Hi. Hi. If is anybody here that wants to talk, they can just reply on the chat. So the purpose of this chat is to teach people um, Python or PHP, depends on what they know or what they don't know. They can learn both, but first I need to have some people to talk with to understand what they know, what they don't know, to see what I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm still new to this thing. So as an idea what we are going to do today, um, I hope I'm going to be able to help you guys install PyCharm, or I don't know, whatever you want to use. For me it doesn't matter, we can even write this on Notepad. This is the default file that PyCharm is generating, so we can either do this. When you create a new project, this is what is going to show up. Yeah, but my plan for today is to show you how you can just run it like this. How we can do a simple hello world. So in Python, if you want to show up something in the console, you just write print and then you put the brackets, and inside the brackets you put a string, and the string is just a text that it is in codes, simple or double quotes. So this is just a more like a demo. I would like to do this together with you. So let's see. So hello world. So if I run the script, it will show up here hello world. This is pretty simple script. Um, yep. But let's see if I can find someone to teach it. If nobody has any other questions, yeah, I guess. So again, I'm going to put here a message. Yeah, so I'm not going to just start and talk, and I just want to be aware of people that are listening, and the people that are they want to learn this. If it's the first time they are doing and have nothing, they had nothing to do with programming, uh, not a problem. We can start from scratch. Um, if you already run through basics, it's fine. Um, we can start over and just see if it's something you missed or maybe it's something you didn't understood. And my goal is to help you become a good Python developer. So with time, maybe we are going to go to learn and HTML, CSS, maybe Python um, user interface, graphic user interface, which is GUI. So I'm going to wait for you to communicate with me first. Okay, in the meantime, let me show you the site that I'm working, and I will start explaining the entire workflow until we have some people here trying to learn something. Okay, so the site is pythontutorials.com. I'll put this into chat. So I've created some posts here um, just so that it gets you started. So let's see. Um, yeah, so let's start with how to install Python. So in order to run code, you need to install Python, right? This is something that you can easily do by going to python.org. And here we have the latest stable version, which is Python 3.9.6. Of course, if you need a older version, you can download an older version. Usually, if you work with an old a project that is older, like for instance 2.7 when you download this version. But keep in mind that there is a big difference between 2.7 and 3.6, and I'm not going to cover 2.7 because it's very old. Most likely, and you're never going to work with it, so it doesn't make any sense. All the projects that are on 2.7, most of them are merged into converted to a bigger version because it's 3.6 and up. It's faster than 2.7, and also 3.6 has more features than 2.7. Yeah. So I was saying that you just need to download the Python from here, and just on Windows you just run the installer. Same thing you can do on Mac as well. So it is it's just a software that needs to be installed. Um, this thing add Python 3.9 to path is just so that you can use the Python from console directly. So you can check this out. Check this checkbox. Yep, so Windows might ask for permissions when you install it. And once you install it, you can just simply type the start menu and search for Python, and you can just simply print. Sorry, I press enter. So you just simply can type the hello world. Yeah, you can just put whatever you want in the codes. It doesn't have to be hello world. It's just going to output here the text you are putting there. But when we get to strings, I'll show you more about this. But I want to take it step by step. So today, I just wanna go through the how to install Python and how to work with numbers. Yeah, for some topics, I might get return at some point because I just wanna make sure you understand. Because if I explain to you everything from the start, you are not going to understand anything. It has to be small things. So you shouldn't just try to learn everything in a single day. Except HTML, which is so easy. Of course, you can't learn it by heart, but yeah, it's simple. Okay, so this is how you install Python. Okay, so let's see. So once you install it, this is how you can add it to Windows path. Yeah, you can go ahead, just so if you didn't check it and you want to do it manually, you can do it like this. And then it's Python IDE. Um, so Python IDE is just PyCharm. Of course, there are more than this one. You can even use Visual Studio, sorry, Visual Studio to run Python. But PyCharm is a free IDE. This is the community edition, and it's very powerful. Um, yeah, it's I've been using for some time, and I couldn't find something else that I like. So yeah, but you can write Python scripts on with just plain text and just use the Python and run it. I'll show you at some point. Yeah, so this is the steps to install. This is just traditional setup like any other software. Let's see. Yeah, so if you want, you can associate the files pies, but when you double click the file to be opened with PyCharm. And yeah, you can just add launchers dirty path. You can create a shortcut for the 64-bit launchers or open folder as project. So when you right click, it's going to show up this option. So yeah, you can check it, you can uncheck it. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect you the learning process, so it's fine. Okay, now Um, yeah, so next step it would be to create a Python script. So by default, when you create a project, when you go to new project, let's say I'm going to create a new one, like test2, maybe free. It's already created for me. So you can, the option that just closed, it was asking you if you want to open the project in a new window or it will replace the current window. So I just replace it so that you see uh, the entire process. So as you can see here, this is just it is creating some mumbo jumbo text. It could be a lot more simplified, but this is basically it is creating a function, and this function it is it has an argument with which is called name, and when you call this function, uh, it will say hi and the name you provide here. So if I put here uh, mumbo jumbo, it will just print this one. And yeah, so this is, I do not want to talk about this right now. We will talk about this in future lives. So the simple version for you is just to print something, doesn't matter what. That's it. Um, Also, what I needed to, what you should know is when you create a new file, so you have to use the extension.py. So you wanna say here something else, doesn't matter. If you run this, if you click this triangle so that you run this, you are going to notice this is not going to be run. And this has happened because if you edit this configuration, in Python here you see this main, which is the same name from here. It has the path for this script. So what you can do, you can right click and you run this test, and then you have this. So now you have two options. You have the main, okay, and you have the test too. So this is the easiest way to just to run the file quickly. You can just as well go here and duplicate it and just change the file name, but that's too tedious, so I wouldn't go with that option. Okay, so yeah, you have here all the steps explained in detail. Um, Feel free. I'll try to do this lives tomorrow as well, and you can go through these pages, and if you don't understand something, feel free to uh, ask some questions, either on the site, on the comments, or directly on the live, and I'll help you with any issues you have. So by now you should be able to install Python and PyCharm, and you should be able to create any script you want so that you can run the hello world. So yeah, this should be pretty simple. Um, yep. Okay, so if you didn't manage to do this, let me know why, what stopped you, where did you had issues, and we can yeah, we can fix it. Okay, now let's go further. Okay, comments. Yeah. So in Python, you can. So if I were to have something like this, hello. Oh, sorry, I do not want to get into strings right now. Let's put double quotes. So if you want to comment this, you can just simply in PyCharm, you can press Control and slash, and it will add a pound in front of the line. So what is a comment? A comment is going to make a line invisible for the interpreter. So when you click run, this will not be visible. So if you uncomment, you can control slash again, or on Mac you can command slash and it will toggle the comment on and off. So if you uncomment, of course you have to select in the main. Sorry. We'll get into debugging later. So was saying that if you comment, of course, if you comment, I'm not on Mac, I'm on Windows, so I have to press Control slash. Okay, so you see, the line is not interpreted anymore. Okay, so if I uncomment it, I will see this. Unlike PHP, Python doesn't have multi-line comments. It is simulating this with multi-line string, something like this, but that's not a real comment. I'm coming from PHP and I hate this kind of thing, but it looks like it's the only way to comment this. So if I were to put here a variable and just print it, well, you see, this is not a comment. This is just a multi-line string. But people are using this as a comment. But yeah, feel free to use it as you want. So let's see what other things are here. So again, this is just a line that is going to output hello world. Once you comment it, you are not going to see it anymore. This line again is a comment. It will be ignored. Okay, this is missing a bracket. This one from here, it's missing. So yeah, make sure you add the bracket here. Yeah, you can add the comment um, after the code. If you put it before, it won't work. So for instance, if I have this and I put the comment here and I say print this is a comment, doesn't matter. So everything starting after the comment, so after this character, everything will be ignored. Okay, so just make sure you have the current script selected here. So you see, but if I were to move this at the beginning, then the entire line it will become a comment. Uh, if you write this in just a notepad, this is not going to be highlighted. So if I were to write some code here, you see it has a different colors, but this one is gray. So if it's grayed out, it means it's ignored. So this is how you recognize a comment. You see it's grayed out. Now it depends on the um, what IDE you are using and what uh, syntax highlight you have set up, because you can change the color to wherever you want. So yeah, but by default uh, it's gray. Even on white scheme, it's something similar, and it's also italic in some cases. Again, depends on the color scheme. Okay, so as I said, if you put this character at the beginning, you are not going to be able to do anything because it's going to be converted into a comment. Yep, so what I was saying with multi-line comments. Yep, so if you have any questions here, let me know. Okay, so I think I'll stop here for today. 1000 more.